If your house is always messy, it's because you don't have a system. It's not because you don't clean enough, it's not because you're lazy, nor because you're unlucky. It's simply because everything doesn't have its defined place, because cleaning is not part of your daily routine, and because, without realizing it, you're sabotaging yourself with habits that make the mess come back over and over again. I'm sure it's happened to you. You spend an entire day cleaning, picking up, organizing, and the next day, as if nothing had changed, everything is just as disastrous. The table fills up with papers again, clothes pile up on the chair, dirty dishes appear out of nowhere in the kitchen, and it feels like all the effort you put in was for nothing. And the worst part is that no one helps you. If you live alone, everything falls on you. And if you live with others, many times they don't contribute enough, or they simply leave the mess and expect you to fix it. But let me tell you something, you don't need to depend on anyone for your house to stay clean. Stopping to wait for help is the first step to taking back control. Because when you wait for others to do their part and they don't, all you end up doing is frustrating yourself. Instead, when you take cleaning as an automated process, without depending on motivation or external help, everything changes. Keeping the house clean stops being a sacrifice and becomes something natural. You don't need to spend hours cleaning every day. You don't need to feel like you're enslaved to cleaning. You just need the right tricks. It's not about putting in more effort, it's about doing it more intelligently. With the right system, you can reduce the time and energy you spend cleaning and still have a spotless house. Today, I'm going to show you 7 foolproof tricks to keep your house clean effortlessly and without it feeling like an endless battle. Because yes, you can have a spotless house without being enslaved to cleaning. And once you put these into practice, you'll notice the difference. Your house will look organized without you having to spend all day picking up, your mind will be calmer because the visual chaos will disappear, and best of all, you'll stop feeling like cleaning is a never-ending task. Trick number 1, the 2-minute rule. This trick is so simple that many people underestimate it, but if you apply it correctly, it can completely transform the state of your house. The 2-minute rule is based on a very simple idea. If a task takes you less than 2 minutes to complete, do it right away. No procrastination, no overthinking. Just do it. Why is this rule so powerful? Because clutter builds up precisely because we leave small things undone. One single dish in the sink is not a problem. But that dish adds up to another, and another, and another, until the pile of dirty dishes becomes a giant and tedious task. The same happens with clothes. A t-shirt on the chair seems harmless, but then a pair of pants, a jacket, and a pair of socks show up. And before you know it, your room looks like a battlefield. Now, imagine the opposite. You finish eating, and instead of leaving the plate in the sink, you rinse it and put it in the dishwasher or wash it immediately. It takes less than 2 minutes, and you don't give the dish pile a chance to grow. You get home, take off your clothes, and instead of throwing them on the chair, you fold them or put them in the laundry basket. It's only 2 minutes, but you prevent the mess from accumulating and turning into a bigger problem. The accumulation of small tasks is what makes cleaning exhausting. But when you apply the 2-minute rule, everything changes. Instead of facing hours of cleaning, you make small, constant efforts that keep your house always in order without feeling like a burden. And here's the key, you have to do it right away. Don't think, I'll do it later, or it's just one plate. Every time you come across something that you can do in less than 2 minutes, do it right then. If you make it a habit, you'll notice that your house stays clean almost effortlessly because you never give clutter a chance to settle in. Start applying this rule right now. Look around you and do the first thing you find that takes you less than 2 minutes. It could be throwing away a piece of paper, putting away a shoe, or cleaning a stain on the table. Do it, and you'll see how this small change has a huge impact on the cleanliness and organization of your house. Trick number 2, have fewer things. One of the biggest enemies of a clean and organized home is not dust or dirt, but excess things. We accumulate objects without realizing it. Clothes we no longer wear, appliances that don't work well, decorations that only gather dust, boxes full of things we've kept just in case. And the worst part is that we get used to living surrounded by that mess. Think about this, every object you have in your house needs a place to be stored, takes up space, and at some point, you'll have to clean it, move it, or reorganize it. The more things you have, the more complicated it becomes to keep everything in order. That's why many people feel like their house is never completely clean, no matter how much they clean and organize. It's not a cleaning problem, it's an accumulation problem. This is where this trick comes in: simplify. Having fewer things doesn't mean living with just the bare essentials or turning your house into an empty, cold space. It means keeping only what you truly use, need, and adds value to your life. Every object must justify its presence in your home. If something is taking up space without a clear reason, the best thing you can do is get rid of it. To achieve this, the first step is to do a thorough and realistic cleaning. Open your closet and review all your clothes. If there are items you haven't worn in the last year, it's very likely you won't wear them again. If you have things stored in boxes and you don't even remember what's inside, it's a sign you don't need them. In the kitchen, check the utensils and appliances. How many do you really use? Do you really need 5 pans, 3 blenders, and a bunch of mismatched mugs? The second step is learning to avoid future accumulation. Many times we buy things impulsively, without thinking about the space they will take up or the extra work they will create. Before buying something new, ask yourself, do I really need it? Where am I going to store it? Am I willing to clean it and maintain it? If you don't have clear answers, it's better not to buy it. The impact of reducing the amount of things in your house is huge. Suddenly, everything is easier to clean. You don't have to spend hours organizing because everything has its place. Dust accumulates less because there are fewer surfaces where it can settle. And best of all, your house feels more spacious, more organized, and more peaceful. So here's a challenge. Choose a room in your house and find at least 5 things you can get rid of today. It could be clothes, papers, decorations, anything you don't use or need. You'll see that with every object you eliminate, your house feels lighter and easier to keep in order. Trick number 3. Assign a day and time for each task. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to keep their house clean is doing it without a plan. Most people clean when they feel the house is too dirty or when they see accumulated mess, but this only creates a cycle of frustration. You spend an entire day cleaning, but in a few days, the chaos returns, and you have to start from scratch. This becomes exhausting and makes cleaning seem like an endless task. Here's where this trick comes in. Assign a day and time for each task. It sounds simple, but it completely changes the way you maintain your house. Instead of waiting for the dirt to accumulate, you tackle it before it becomes a problem. And best of all, you reduce mental effort. You no longer have to decide what to clean each day or feel like cleaning is an overwhelming burden. Think about it. When you know exactly what to do each day, cleaning becomes automatic. You don't have to sit down and make endless lists or feel like you have to clean the whole house in one day. Instead, you break the tasks into small, manageable blocks that you can do in a short amount of time. For example, you can structure your week like this. Monday, bathroom cleaning. It will take you 15 to 20 minutes to clean the sink, toilet, and shower. Tuesday, vacuuming and mopping the floors. If you do it regularly, it won't take more than 10 to 15 minutes. Wednesday, laundry day. Wash, dry, and fold the clothes the same day to avoid piles of clothes accumulating. Thursday, dusting and surfaces. A quick pass over furniture, tables, and shelves prevents dirt from accumulating. Friday, deep clean the kitchen. Clean appliances, sink, and countertops to keep your kitchen spotless. Saturday and Sunday, small maintenance tasks or rest, depending on how you feel. This structure can be adapted to your lifestyle and needs, but the key is consistency. You don't have to do everything in one day, just follow your system. With this method, your house never reaches a point of extreme disorder because each task is done frequently enough to prevent it from piling up. Now, the most important thing, stick to your schedule. Treat it as an unmovable appointment. If on a Monday you feel tempted not to clean the bathroom, remember that if you postpone it, the task will be more difficult and take longer later. But if you stick to your system, each cleaning will be quick and easy because nothing will be excessively dirty or out of control. To make it even easier, set reminders on your phone or in a visible calendar. If you always clean the bathroom on Mondays at 7 p.m., your brain will adopt it as a habit, and over time, you won't even have to think about it. A clean house is not the result of cleaning all the time, but of cleaning intelligently and organized. So stop relying on motivation and start relying on the system. You'll see how cleaning stops being a punishment and becomes an efficient and effortless routine. Trick number 4. Use the right products. One of the biggest mistakes when cleaning is thinking you need a different product for every surface, every stain, and every task. Cleaning companies sell you the idea that you need a special cleaner for windows, another for the kitchen, another for the bathroom, another for furniture, another for floors. And before you know it, you have a cupboard full of bottles that you barely use. But the truth is that most of these products are unnecessary. Not only do they take up space and make you spend extra money, but they also complicate cleaning. The more products you have, the more time you spend choosing which one to use, the more you worry about whether they've run out, and the more frustration you feel when they don't work as expected. Here is where this trick comes in. Simplify your cleaning arsenal. You only need a few key products that are cheap, effective, and versatile. A good all-purpose cleaner. It works for almost everything: countertops, tables, appliances, furniture, and more. If you choose a quality one, you can clean most of your house without needing other products. A white vinegar, a natural disinfectant that removes grease, deodorizes, and leaves surfaces shiny. It's perfect for bathrooms, kitchens, and floors. When mixed with water, it's an excellent glass cleaner. A baking soda, a mild abrasive that removes stains, odors, and grease. When mixed with vinegar, it creates a reaction that helps clean sinks, drains, and tough surfaces. A good detergent, whether for dishes or laundry, choose one that actually works and can be used in different situations. With just these 4 items, you can clean almost everything in your home without spending on specialized products. Plus, by reducing the number of things in your cleaning cabinet, you gain space and avoid the chaos of accumulated bottles. Another benefit is that these products are safer. Many commercial cleaners are full of harsh chemicals that can be harmful to the skin, lungs, and even pets. In contrast, vinegar and baking soda are natural and don't produce toxic waste. To make the most of this trick, here are some practical combinations. 4 glass and mirrors. Mix equal parts water and vinegar in a spray bottle. Spray and wipe with a microfiber cloth for a streak-free finish. For the bathroom, sprinkle baking soda on the surface, spray with vinegar, and let it sit for a few minutes. Then scrub and rinse. You'll see how the grime and limescale disappear effortlessly. For the kitchen, use the all-purpose cleaner to clean countertops, tables, and appliances. For tough grease stains, use a mixture of vinegar and detergent. For bad odors, place a container of baking soda in the fridge, shoes, or any enclosed area where odors accumulate. Less products, less clutter, less spending, and more effectiveness. With this trick, cleaning will be easier, faster, and hassle-free. Trick number 5. Clean on the go. Most people let clutter and dirt accumulate because they separate cleaning from their daily routine. They see cleaning as something to do later, when there's no other choice. And that's the problem. When you let things pile up, the work multiplies. What could have taken seconds now takes minutes. What could have been solved in minutes now takes hours. And that's when cleaning becomes exhausting, tedious, and hard to maintain. But here's the trick: don't wait. Clean on the go. Incorporate cleaning into what you're already doing so you never have to face a big mess. It sounds simple, but it makes a huge difference. Think about the kitchen. Many people cook and leave dirty dishes, utensils everywhere, spilled ingredients. By the end, besides cooking, they now have a mountain of things to wash and clean. But if you clean on the go, this never happens. While you wait for the water to boil, rinse the utensils you've already used. If you've already chopped the ingredients, store the leftovers and clean the cutting board immediately. When you're done cooking, all you'll need to wash are the plates you ate from, and it'll only take a few minutes. The same applies to the bathroom. Instead of waiting for the mirror to be covered in smudges or the sink full of toothpaste, grab a towel or napkin and quickly wipe it after use. It takes less than 10 seconds and keeps everything clean effortlessly. With clothes, the difference between order and chaos is simply deciding when to put them away. When you change, instead of throwing the clothes on the bed or the to-do chair, put them away immediately. If they're dirty, toss them straight into the hamper. If they're clean, fold them and store them right away. It takes the same amount of time to do this as it does to leave them lying around, but the difference is that you avoid the mess from accumulating. This habit can be applied to everything in the house. When you walk in, instead of leaving keys, wallet, or bags anywhere, put them in a specific place. If you open a drawer and take something out, close the drawer immediately. If you see the sofa cushions out of place, fix them as you walk by. These are small actions that, if done automatically, prevent huge build-ups. The best part about this method is that you never feel like you're cleaning. You don't need to dedicate an hour to tidying up because things never get out of hand. Instead of spending your weekend picking up a mess, you can enjoy your free time because your house is already clean. It's a mindset shift. Don't think of cleaning as an extra chore. Make it part of your daily routine, just like eating, showering, or brushing your teeth. Over time, it becomes automatic. And when you realize that your house is always in order without effort, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Trick number 6. Don't leave cleaning for when you have time. The problem with leaving cleaning for when you have time is that that moment never comes. There's always something more important, urgent, or entertaining to do. And when you finally realize your house needs cleaning, it's too late. The clutter has built up, the dirt is everywhere, and now you need hours to fix it all. Here's the secret: you don't need hours. You don't need to wait for free time. All you need is a system that works without interrupting your life. And the best way to do that is with a 15-minute timer. It's that simple. Every day, without excuses, without negotiations, you set a 15-minute timer and clean what you can in that time. No matter how busy you are, 15 minutes is a time you can always find. It's less than an episode of a show, less than the time you spend scrolling through social media without realizing it. The trick is that these 15 minutes don't feel like a burden. It's not a deep or exhausting clean. It's not a heavy commitment. It's just a small block of time where you do what you can. And you'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish. Think about this. In 15 minutes, you can wash all the dishes, sweep and mop a room, clean a bathroom, organize a table full of papers, or fold all the clean laundry. If you do this every day, you'll never have to face a completely messy house. There won't be dirt piles that require hours of effort. Additionally, this method has another psychological benefit. It eliminates procrastination. We often put off cleaning because it seems overwhelming. But when you know it's only going to be 15 minutes, there's no reason to avoid it. You know that as soon as the timer goes off, you can stop and continue with your life. But here's the interesting part. Often, when you start, you'll realize you don't want to stop. Once you're in motion, you might keep going for a few more minutes or even finish what you started. Another trick to make it even more effective is to turn it into a game. Play music, compete with yourself to see how many tasks you can complete before the alarm goes off. Or do it with your family. Assign a timer to everyone and see who can clean more in those 15 minutes. And if one day you don't feel like it, do it anyway. Remember, the important thing isn't doing a perfect clean, it's keeping the habit. Even if you only manage to do one small task, it's still better than doing nothing. Because cleaning isn't an event, it's a process. And this process becomes infinitely easier when done in small daily doses instead of large exhausting marathons. With this trick, you'll never feel like cleaning takes up too much time again. You'll never have to spend hours in a messy house. Everything stays under control with just 15 minutes a day. And best of all, when you get home, instead of feeling like there's work left to do, you can simply enjoy a clean and organized space effortlessly. Trick number 7. Make your house work for you. The key to keeping a clean and tidy house isn't always the cleaning itself, but the organization. If your home isn't designed in a way that facilitates order, it will be very hard to keep it clean without feeling overwhelmed. But what if you could make your house work for you? Instead of being a chaotic space that forces you to clean constantly, it can become a place where everything has its place, and you just have to follow the natural flow of things. The best way to achieve this is by using organizers, baskets, and functional furniture that help you keep everything in place effortlessly. This is much more than just storing things. It's about creating a system where cleaning and organizing become automatic, and you don't have to spend hours searching for things or trying to fit items that don't have a proper spot. If everything has a specific place, it will be much easier to maintain order and therefore cleanliness. First, organize your belongings in a smart way. For example, instead of having a table full of scattered papers and objects, invest in a good filing system or shelves where you can store what you need without it looking messy. Drawer organizers are a great tool for separating small objects and preventing them from piling up. If you have a lot of small things that tend to accumulate, use baskets or bins to group them and keep them out of sight but still accessible. The key here is to create zones in your home where things are stored in a way that makes it easy to access them and, at the same time, keep them out of the way. For example, if you have a shoe storage shelf near the entrance, instead of leaving your shoes all over the house, you store them there as soon as you come in. The same goes for coats, backpacks, hats, and so on. If you have a specific place for everything, you won't waste time searching or moving things around to clean. You simply put everything where it belongs, and everything flows naturally. In the kitchen, use shelf and drawer organizers to keep your utensils and tools tidy. If you have many ingredients in your pantry, use clear baskets to group them by categories like cereals, spices, or snacks. This not only makes it easier to access what you need, but also reduces the amount of time you spend cleaning up the mess created when things are out of place. Another crucial aspect is functional furniture. If you have furniture with extra storage, like coffee tables with drawers or beds with compartments underneath, you can use them to store things out of sight. Additionally, you can opt for modular furniture that adapts to your space and specific needs, such as shelves that can expand or be moved around as needed. Don't forget about the kids' rooms. If you have little ones at home, keep toys and play items organized in boxes or baskets that are easy to reach and store. Teaching them from an early age that everything has a specific place makes it easier for everything to stay organized without having to constantly keep track of them. Creating these storage systems not only improves organization but also enhances your mental state. An organized home is not only easier to clean, but it also helps you feel more calm and in control. When everything has a specific place, you don't have to worry about what's piling up. You know that you just need to spend a few minutes each day keeping things in place, and cleaning will be much easier to manage. Finally, don't forget to review and reorganize your systems from time to time. Storage needs change as your life and belongings change. But with this trick, you'll be prepared to keep your home clean and organized in the long term without unnecessary effort or time. If you apply these tricks, your home will stay clean without the need to spend all day cleaning. The key is not to work harder, but to work smarter. Now tell me, which trick surprised you the most? Leave it in the comments, and if you want more tips like these, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.